Welcome to the final phase of public engagement for the US-131 Planning and Environmental Linkages Study, or PEL study, between 28th Street and Cherry Street. US-131 is the busiest freeway in Grand Rapids. In fact, with over 120,000 vehicles a day, 131 is the busiest expressway in all of Michigan outside of Detroit. Improvements on this gateway to Grand Rapids are needed to support mobility, the economy, and improve safety. Much of the existing infrastructure was built in the early 1960s and is still there today. The PEL study is a tool to help MDOT identify future improvements and account for the needs of all users, along with developing strategic opportunities to make these improvements when funding is identified. As MDOT begins to close out the PEL study, we're looking for feedback on the acceptable alternatives identified. These are based on existing and future needs, public and stakeholder input, and long-term preservation strategies. In this video, we'll share the public's input, the current survey, and future steps beyond the PEL study. Over the past year and a half, MDOT has worked closely with the local advisory committee and the city of Grand Rapids to develop acceptable alternatives that may be incorporated with a future project on 131. Remember, the PEL study does not mean funding is available. It simply provides a basis for future improvements. The work to refine the acceptable alternatives included safety analysis, travel demand modeling, input from public and numerous stakeholders, screening of alternatives that did not meet future needs, long-term corridor needs, and a deeper dive into the Wealthy Street interchange. This segment of 131 has several closely spaced interchanges, and the work from the PEL study shows a need to widen shoulders, reduce the number of on and off ramps, modernize the remaining ramps, add local street connections, improve multimodal access across the freeway, and possibly increase capacity. As the 131 PEL study comes to a close, the data used to reach these alternatives will be carried forward into a more detailed investigation of the 131 Wealthy Street interchange. We've received hundreds of comments on the design and the condition of this interchange and the Wealthy Street Bridge itself. The design is outdated, it's not comfortable for all users, and the on and off ramps are too short, which results in traffic backing up onto the freeway. This interchange is a crucial component to help set the stage for future 131 improvements. When funding is identified, a formal environmental classification process will begin as required by the National Environmental Policy Act, or NEPA. MDOT and the City of Grand Rapids will use funding made available from the Michigan Legislature to look further at Wealthy and 131. The acceptable alternatives from the PEL study have different concepts of what this interchange could look like, most notably whether Wealthy Street remains over 131 or goes under 131. Major construction is not yet programmed. Funding is needed to make these transformative improvements a reality. You've given us lots of great feedback so far, and we'd love some more. MDOT is asking for public involvement on the acceptable alternatives, and the survey, which is also available on the 131 PEL study website, is active through the end of this year. Although this is the last outreach effort for the 131 PEL study, more opportunities will be available during future project phases. MDOT appreciates your time and your feedback. Thanks for watching.